So here we go.
Yep.
Toni Storm and the Bullet Club.
You sent me both of these images, or you sent a bunch for a clickbait and all that. And I felt like it was a toss-up between this one, the Toni Storm and the Bullet Club, because the Bullet Club gets all the fanboys all riled up, like, ooh! And then all the real men get wound up over Toni Storm, holding a title.
Yeah, see, if it was me, I would have just went with this one.
Yeah, I know. We all know.
Or maybe this one.
Oh, wow. 3 women. That has never been done. Oh, we're all about that clickbait life.
Yeah, we really are.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Check out the Marcus head, man. He should. I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous. Yo, that's a pleasant surprise. Did not expect this today.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Anything. Honestly, I was expecting Pei and Lacey Evans. Who's horrible.
Well, you never know. I just realized I don't reuse this image nearly enough these days.
Because she's the best thing on SmackDown. It goes Roman Reigns, Billie Kay. That's why I watch SmackDown.
Do you think we've accomplished our goal with this cause of Billie Kay deserves better?
I believe we're the sole purpose and reason why she is featured so much now on SmackDown. I think it's
We did it!
We did it! We won! We won! In your face, Vince McMahon! In your face, AEW! In your face, Peyton Royce! I don't even know who I'm just saying in your face now.
Of course, welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes. He is
Marcus the Grand Finale. I don't know.
Marcus is working on like maybe 4 hours sleep, I'm presuming, because he has gone back to work.
Oh, it hurts to even hear it again. And not only that, am I only on a minimal sleep, but I go back to work again right after this podcast, in which I could have did the shirt, suit, tie, and all that, but I'm choosing to only juice my food for the week. So we'll see how this goes. I think I'm going to be... I feel like I'm more hyped because I'm a bit delirious when I do it with minimal sleep. So I feel like you get better shows when I'm kind of like, oh.
So
it's just stop provoking.
So just remember, Marcus is doing this for you. So maybe you should like this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Maybe, just maybe, hit up www.storefrontier.com/DSPN to pick up some DSPN merch.
Oh, yes. Keep doing that. And if you would like to be a sponsor of the show, we take anything, anybody. We're good people. I think we're good people, man. You think you're a good person?
I'm a businessman, Marcus.
So, I believe I have a read, right?
Yes, you do.
All right, here we go. The Untitled Manny and Marcus show is brought to you by our sponsor, B-Side Studios, and the Buzzins Cousins podcast. This podcast will be hosted by both Chrissy Johnston, Teresa T. Bizzle Johnson, live on Facebook. Tonight! This is ad-lib. It's tonight! It is tonight, 7 p.m. Central Time. T. Bizzle will bring her rock-solid broadcasting background to this uncensored podcast. Uncensored, just like this show. T-Biz was one of the historic hosts of Chicago Girlfriends Radio.
It's happened again.
No. I'm going to redo this. I'm going to get it right. T-Biz was one of the hosts of the historic Chicago Girlfriends Radio show hosted by her Alice Boswell, and Stephanie Evans from Intellectual Radio. Chrissy brings her Get the Gab and unfiltered takes of what's going on in the world. Together, the ladies will tackle issues centering around women, mental health, beauty, fashion, pop culture, among other topics. Imagine this being a red table talk type show, but without the entanglement. Or will it? Buzzin' Cousins is set to premiere on tonight, January 28th, 2021. 7 p.m. Central Time, live on the Buzzin' Cousins and B-Side Studios Facebook page, baby. Both links can be found in the descriptions below. Alternatively, you can contact Maurice the Prophet for more details. Holla if you hear me.
I think despite the little error in the beginning,
Yes.
that might be the best read we've ever done.
Oh! I was going for that too. I was going to bring it. I can't believe I messed up in the beginning. Like I skipped a line and realized where I was at. I was like, where am I?
What? You see this? You gotta be kidding me. Is that supposed to be done?
It is supposed to be done. This is
That's an oil painting.
it's embarrassing.
Oh God!
Manny, how did you feel making your AEW Dynamite debut?
It was very. I didn't get paid.
They took advantage of us. They told us to take your shirt off. You want to be a star, don't you? You want to be a star. Take your shirt off. And me being humble and modest, I did it.
Yeah, but you didn't have to sing the My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard while you did it.
But Manny, they're like, it's better than yours. You damn right. It's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge. Woo!
And that
Come on,
people,
Khalees reference.
And that, people, was completely ad-libbed. Was not planned, even though it seems like we planned that, but we didn't.
No. We're not that clever. Again, delirious.
And I'm that type of person that will just go along with it.
You guys are lucky I didn't just start dancing or kind of twerking a little bit.
La 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 la.
My boys are waiting.
Okay, so AEW kicks off with Eddie Kingston versus Lance Archer. I thought the match was going really well. Then the Butcher and the Blade came out with a fallen Jake the Snake, pulling him out like they just killed a walrus. As the Bunny hands Eddie a knuckle duster that just looked like a piece of cloth, which Kingston put on his hand and nails Archer with a back fist to pick up the win.
Manny, for you to say this match is going well, I thought Kingston almost broke his hip at some point in this match. I was like, he's too old to be taking bumps like that. Why did that happen? How did they miss that? I don't know if it was a botch or he wanted to fall like that, but it looked terrible. And so Bonnie and JR both showed their concern. That's a 38-year-old man.
Well, you got to realize, I don't think Eddie Kingston matches are ever that great. He's got the gift of the gab.
Yep.
But his in-ring lacks unless it's got type of stipulations attached to it.
Yep.
So, he's obviously limited in the ring. And, it pushes this story that I still don't even understand why it's going on.
Yeah. The thing to me that bugged me was the convenience of everything. Him telling Jake to go to the back. And then Jake being attacked and then brought out. And then the Bunny coming out. But Archer had 1,000,000 times could have ended this match before that attack. He's going for covers and then getting up. It's nah, I'm not going to end it here. So everything is on Les Archer's fault. It's Les Archer's fault why he didn't win this match. Because he was showboating. So he deserved whatever ass whooping he had coming.
So we get to a backstage promo with Jon Moxley, who unraveled the nonsense of AEW at the moment.
No.
And when you hear it, it's like, damn, all this shit is happening and it doesn't make any sense.
No, it is not together. And John Moxley clarified, guys, I don't know what's going on here. None of it makes sense. And I can end quote because that may have been exactly what he said. Because that's what I felt like when he was saying it. I was like, yes, it's true. Man's never lied to me. I don't care about him having sex in the morning, though. That's none of my business. But I'm assuming Renee likes sex in the morning, too.
And then we move into Sting and
It's Sting!
Darby Allin. Darby Allin in some type of abandoned building or something like that. Where Sting seems upset that him and Darby are being called hoodlums. But in this environment, these two just look like the insane clown posse or just some random juggalos.
They look like me. They look like mimes that were pushed too far. You didn't like my invisible trick, huh? You didn't like my invisible trick? I take it back to you. I take it back to you.
Yeah, and then they started hitting things. I'm just like, this is so unnecessary. Why is this happening?
The fact that that Sting seemed to be upset that he called them hoodlums means that he's really old. No one uses this term anymore. You hoodlum.
And then
That's the worst you can call me.
And then I left it out of the notes, but like the attacking of the merch stand later on in the night by Team Taz was even more unnecessary stuff that happened.
It seemed almost who was that merch stand for? I have no clue. It looked like it was in the back of the arena, in a place where you have limited fans anyway, so nobody's going out there to buy merch. It was just random. They were set up. I'm going to go with this perspective that Taz ordered that stand to be there for himself and unwillingly attacked these guys who didn't know this was coming. They were like, "Oh yeah, we're setting it up, Mr. Taz. We're going to set it up right here." And Taz's like, we're going to do my promo right in front of Sting's merch stand. Because it only has Sting and Darby's merch stand. Who was that for? It made no sense.
But you know what? The thing that didn't get me was Brian Cage ripping up the merch. I was like, they have more. It's not like you've got rid of this endless supply of merch.
It's like he grabbed a bottle of water and poured it out. That's the end of your water supply. No, it's not. You weren't affecting their money. I don't understand their motivation here. They beat up these young men. But whenever Brian Cage does something, I'm like he threw. I think he threw the guy into the the whole Rey Mysterio NWO spot, thrown him into the trailer.
Oh no, that wasn't him.
That wasn't him.
No, I thought that was the kid.
That was Hook.
Yeah, because it was Hook on that side. Uh-huh. Then Hobbs threw the guy into the steel rail.
Okay.
And then Cage was by the table, which he threw someone through the table.
You might be right. I don't know. But I thought it was Cage, and I was like, I bet you that dude can kick out. That Cage does something, because Cage is weak. They have winked him up. Like, he's the worst muscles in the game. Worst muscles. What are you doing?
So after,
you couldn't kill pancakes. That's how shitty you are.
So after the Sting segment, we get Jericho and MJF versus the Varsity Blondes. I thought an alright match. In the sense that Jericho and MJF really got the Varsity Blondes over as like a credible tag team.
Did they?
Yeah.
I still don't take them serious. I feel like we've been down this road before of Jericho and whatever number of tag partners he's had to beat up the Varsity Blondes.
So obviously the tag slut wins this match after Pillman Jr. leaps into a Judas effect, followed by a seal salt, because Jericho is now too husky to even be considered a lion salt anymore.
It's a sea lion salt now, man.
Yeah.
Sea lion. Oh, I want to say the finish was nice. I enjoyed the elbow, and I'm glad Jericho landed his moonsault, which I felt was a redemption.
He nearly
song.
didn't. At least he survived this one.
Yeah, I was like, man. So, you know what? At this point of AEW, and I know we didn't get to the Hobbs thing later, that was later in the show, but it was okay. It wasn't anything I was going like, this is amazing or this is horrible. I was like, they're okay right now. This is a bounce back from last week.
So Shaq tells Cody he's a little punk with blonde hair who looks like a little girl, and then challenges him for March. So Cody and Arn feel like they need a in-ring segment with his long-ass entrance to address this, and I feel like instead of, if I told you, Marcus, to touch your I don't left to right is this side, touch your right earlobe, you would go like this, right?
Yes.
Instead, Arn and Cody decided to go like this and go all the way around to announce Red Velvet to be in this thing. Did
they? Did they, Manny? I feel like I never got the conclusion to that. I don't feel like we officially announced anything. For me, the way the segment played out, one, I feel like Shaq is better at insults than this. I don't know why he had no... I know Shaq normally brings the same... I don't care energy. But I feel like he's better at insulting people than what he did here. And I didn't believe it. I know when Shaq's upset, he insults people. He insults Charles Barkley on a weekly basis and Kenny, and they're hilarious sometimes. For him he had no fire behind this one. Well, anyway, Cody goes, blah, 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 something, 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 baby daddy chant. I didn't hear it, but I guess
he was
hoping for it. Oh, then Arn goes is like, I'm gonna contradict myself. I have no fucking clue what Arn was talking about. He was going like, this and that, and Shaq is dominated in 1996. You should have seen him. And you remember in 1985? What day is that? It have any significance to you? Dusty Rhodes fought somebody for like 8 hours. 8 hours. And then flew home the next day to give birth. And Cody was like, I don't have any recollection of this day at all. The day after was your birthday. He's like, that doesn't matter to me. And then it's like, you need to open up your mind. And then Red Velvet comes out. And she's like, I'm going to stir some shit up. And I'm like, and they're like, do you hear that fire? Do you hear that fire?
Correct,
and I'm like,
correct.
what was going on?
Correction, Marcus. She said, and I quote, she is about to stir that bitch ass up.
I think it's really hard to stir a bitch ass up. Bitch asses are... they're pretty wide open. But anyway, it's terrible. The whole segment was terrible. And I'm going to say an Eric card and say they have recast Randy Rose as Red Velvet. They have did it. They have switched the characters. That's what happened here.
Just remember, she's coming straight out your mama's kitchen.
The only thing I like about Red Velvet is that.
Okay, so we move into Hangman Adam Page versus Ryan Nemeth, obviously the brother of Dolph Ziggler, who basically stole his look from 2010.
Not only stole his look from 2010, stole his look from 2010 when he got bubblegum stuck in his hair because he doesn't have all the hair.
So we've got little Lucha Hawk saying we got to talk about bootleg ass Dolph Ziggler from last night. Zolf Diggler stole all his brother's style and sweat. Why has this made you so angry? Except Zolf was terrible. He wasn't that bad.
I'm gonna see. So when I was watching this match, and shout out to Dolph Ziggler for trying to get people to watch his brother's match on Twitter. Top 5. If you want to see a bad wrestler, tune into AEW Dynamite or something like that. He said something along those lines.
Oh, you also said cease and desist.
Yeah. So when he came up there, I was like, yeah, this is definitely, like, there was no secret that this is Dolph. Like, other than the announcers going like, yeah, his brother was a NCAA champion or, Ohio. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so, or Kent State, whatever. And then, he's out there and he's doing like basically all Ziggler stuff, but not as good and as like he's unathletic Dolph Ziggler. That's what I got from him. He wasn't horrible. I wouldn't say he's horrible, but he wasn't good, and he needs to find his own identity.
El Luchador, I'm just about to call you out. Just be original. Stop stealing from your brother. You steal from every other wrestler in your promos. Just saying. I've noticed it. I've edited all of that stuff. I've watched those things more than most people, so I know.
Don't worry, we're the product of reboots and stealing other people's intellectual property, and that's where we're at in life right now. Okay.
Yeah, it was all right squash match, but Matt Hardy decides he wants to sign up Adam Page or watch him get dressed.
He did offer that. You can get dressed in my room anytime. No strings attached. Can you turn around a bit? I see why they call you the Hangman. Why not the Hung Man? That's gross. But here's my thing. Oh, go ahead.
I did post the funny thing about him being the Hangman being the relatable cowboy, with his tagline this week being what was it? Baggage with crippling emotional distress or something along those lines.
That is every cowboy. Not rolling the towel. Lady, I don't think I can hang around with you anymore. I'm no good for nobody. Coming at the end, bang, 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 say the day, but I'll walk alone.
You can't say those lines without you can't say those lines without thinking of Batista.
Oh, come on. I want a Cowboy Batista movie.
I walk alone inside this bit of danger.
Just him just a movie ending with him on a horse right in the sunset with his theme song playing would be the greatest Western of all time.
One hand in the air. Yeah.
Like when he first enters the scene, he's like, I walk along, he does his full intro and shoots up a fucking saloon. It'd be amazing. Batista Cowboy movie.
Okay,
but I want to say, is this entirely Hangman Page character for the rest of his life? You want to be a part of us or not? Like, that's every storyline he's in, whether it's with the Elite, whether it's with the Dark Order, and now with Matt Hardy.
Just to correct myself, it was Hangman Adam Page, accompanied by crippling emotional baggage. Making him relatable, because if you don't have crippling emotional baggage, you are not a human.
No, I believe that's everybody. You remember that time? Oh!
I'm going to say this. This is probably the best match I've enjoyed today. Dax Harwood versus Jungle Boy. And I think you'll know why afterwards.
Okay.
So everyone was handcuffed to Luchasaurus. Jungle Boy wins with an STF. I really think Jungle Boy needs to be separated himself from the Jurassic Express, and it'd be good to develop his single career, and you can't go wrong with anything involving FTR. At the end of the match, they throw powder in Luchasaurus's eyes.
Yes!
Which is always a win for me, as it's a throwback to the love of Mr. Fuji and the salt in the eyes. And let's not forget Tully got involved with the assist of the Spike Pile Driver.
Yes. Tully for the win. Tully and his secret bag of cocaine. Always handy since the Four Horsemen days.
Well, Marcus, much like The Undertaker said, in one pocket was the cocaine. In the other pocket was his knife and gun.
Those are the old days. The Undertaker won back. You never know.
Bang bang.
Yeah, baby. I was upset that Tully and Cash did not attack Luchasaurus a lot earlier. Like, I feel like they had the opportunity. It's 2 of them, 1 of him. 2-on-1. They're sitting in steel chairs. I went through the powder in his eye, beat the crap out, hit him with the chair. I don't know who had the key.
Whoever locked them up, but then they seem to get out of it very quickly afterwards.
I didn't see the key man, but he immediately after that pinfall, all right, you guys are free. And Luchasaurus a dumbass for thinking there'd be no repercussions for this. Like, you just beat our man. You beat our dude. I thought it was a good match, and there were some things that annoyed me. One, no one showed it. when they were doing the false finish, nobody's shoulders were down at any given point. There were so many times where I wanted to strangle people. And it seemed to be a theme for AEW tonight where I was like, the shoulders are down, don't count. And then I wanted to strangle at least 7 people in the audience for singing Jungle Boy's theme. If I hear that one more time. Like, it's okay to do it once or twice in the match. Maybe even doing a comeback. I would be okay with. But doing the whole match, it was Vuvuzela bad.
Nah, Marcus, I would rather that than hear Judas again, ever again.
Yeah. Both of them.
So we move into Britt Baker versus Shanna. I thought it was okay. They continued to beat down Shanna after the bell when Thunder Rosa comes out to make the save.
Yeah, I haven't seen Shanna in I think it's been months, right? She hasn't been on Dynamite or
she's been troubled with the much like Pac being troubled living abroad. I think she's now moved to the States and avoided this, whereas Pac hasn't. Yeah. So we're probably not going to see Pac for a while again.
No, he has to be back next week for the match. I think he's still in the States because he has that match next week at Beast Bash. But they're gonna be like, due to travel issues, he couldn't make it. Penta fill it in. But
no, Penta's injured. Penta's injured long term now, apparently.
Oh, okay. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm assuming he's here. But my thing with Shanna, if you're gonna be off my TV for a long time and make a return, don't wear the same clothes you left with. You always come back and do it time. She's been wearing that DBZ outfit for months. And I like to change from her original outfit when she was wearing. I don't know why I focus on Shanna's outfits. I do. She was wearing like either a Portugal mat, and she explained her, travels and stuff. And then she put the DBZ. Was like, oh, she's gonna change outfit. She had to change in like 8 months. Get a new outfit.
So we now move into the Young Bucks and the Good Brothers versus the Dark Order, which consisted of Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds. I'm gonna say it. I kind of enjoyed this. However, it was just a fucking spot fest, one after the other. And I was like, if I had a attention deficit disorder, ADD for idiots, this would be a 5-star match. But unfortunately, I don't have that, and I could I could notice that it was a spot fest.
They have spots.
Yeah. And then you've got Ray Phoenix stupidly coming out to try and think he could take on 4 men at once. But once again, Moxley came out and cleared the ring. And then Omega tries to get Mox with the boot. I like that he just came out with one shoe on, running to try and get it. but then eats a paradigm shift. Go on, Marcus.
I saw him. Excuse me. I saw him come out with the boot, but I would have preferred him to just get this paradigm shift and be knocked out of the boot. Like the way he was barefooted, I wanted him to be knocked out of his shoes. But I enjoyed the ending to the show. That was a worthy main event. I enjoyed the Good Brothers. What did you think of them doing beat up John Moxley instead of G'd up John Cena?
Just fan service, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is just fan service, and I don't know. I've moved past this Bullet Club thing.
For me, Matt Jackson's terrible on the microphone post match again. He's just terrible. I think someone needs to step in and say, Matt, I'd rather hear Brandy talk than you. At least I can. I'm serious. I think Brandy's a better actress. I think Brandy could bring it more. Matt Jackson has never made me go, I need to care what he's saying. He sucks. He's terrible. And them teasing that them being thrown into this battle royal and that I believe they're going to win and beat all their tag teams of no value. By them having the greatest tag team division in the world, Manny, I'm going to say I'm enjoying the tag teams in the Dusty Classic more than I enjoy any of their tag teams.
Well,
that might be blasphemy, other than, I'm sorry, FTR. I don't mean to put you in this category, but I'll put you above the AEW tag team.
The problem I have with the AEW tag team division is there's too many of them for you to put a spotlight on all of them.
Yep. Well, they don't have matches unless they're fighting the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. They don't have their own separate matches. I mean, FTR is having their thing with Jurassic Express, which is nice. But I don't feel like this is leading to tag matches. It seems more like it's leading to Jungle Boy's solo career.
Well, it should be. I don't think Jungle Boy should be in the tag division anymore.
And by the way, where's Marco Stunt in that match? He showed up at the end.
Oh, he was apparently injured, so they sent him to the back because he's got whatever happened to his shoulder.
I guess. They made that up.
Well, I don't understand why he came out running with a gold chair.
Yeah.
Why did that
Yeah,
chair
it was
have to be gold?
It was all that chaos that was happening, and all the tag teams coming out like, yo, y'all go too far. And then I was like, and I know it's Marco Stunt. I was like, why weren't you out there to begin with? You weren't handcuffed. You should have been handcuffed.
And that was the end of AEW. What did you think of it?
Okay, show. It was a bounce back episode. I didn't hate it. I thought it dragged. I feel like the show is still too long, or it's just too much that happens on it that makes it feel like it's that much longer. I had the same problem with TNA back in the day. Like, they'd throw so much shit, whether it was an hour or 2 hour, that it'd be like, this is too much. Just, try to extend some segments or space it out or do something differently. Like, there's too many matches in which they have the same conclusion where after the match, there's aftermatch, get your heat back. Like with FTR, which one did Penta come out on? The Young Bucks and them. And then in the first match with Eddie Kingston and them, it seemed like every match had post-match shenanigans.
Well, that's kind of the AEW booking kind of thing to get more people onto the show, really. And but if I was to grade it, it'd definitely be like a B-. If you took out the Cody, it probably would be a solid B for me.
Cody made it a C. The whole Cody Schiavone part. I think that was what hurt the most for me. I feel like that lost all the momentum of the show. And it wasn't the greatest show before that. It was just that.
No, it was
it was okay.
Maybe I'm being generous with a B. Maybe it is like a C plus, B minus.
Give it a B, Manny. Give it a B.
It was good. It's like I didn't leave it going, oh, do you know what? AEW was real hard to get through this week. Because I didn't think it was. It may have been in parts, but like it's not like I have it experienced in previous weeks where it was just like, why am I watching this?
Yeah, I thought the end saved the show. I thought the end saved the show from giving it like a really bad grade for me.
Yeah,
in which I was like, oh, you know what? Solid match, whatever. It was what it was. I'm not as angry in their spots, maybe because I fell asleep or something, but. But I have one question for you, though, Manny. I have one question. What do you think of that dive, Ray Phoenix? You think of that dive?
What do you think
of that dive?
He barely hit him. He landed on the gate.
I felt like it was a great dive again. I don't know. I love that dive. I love that spinning dive into the rail, and then he kind of like cowboys the rail. Follows the rail after. It's a nice landing.
Okay, if the Good Brothers were made out of testicle, that would have hurt. But they were not completely made out of testicle. So he barely grazed him, landed on the cage. That was not a good dive, Marcus.
I'm going to say that was another good dive for Ray Phoenix. I'm just saying. The speed, the momentum. He went to the cage. Commander, you need to... All dives matter. And this was the This is the exception to the rule. This is a great exceptional dive. This was a good one. This was a lot better than the one that I said, Manny, how about that dive, though? That's why I brought it up right now, because I was like, I love that dive. I love this one.
So we move into NXT, where we are straight into a match, much like AEW, with Killian Dain and Drake Maverick versus MSK. Again, this match was an okay opening match. I just can't get behind a team that has a variation of Buff Bagwell's finishing move as their tag team finisher.
Wait. You have a problem with Buff Bagwell?
I have a problem with the blockbuster.
Seth does the blockbuster all the time. There's a few people that do it. The blockbuster's been overused over the years.
No. Seth uses it. He doesn't use it as a finishing maneuver.
I always liked the blockbuster, and I thought that was, to me, that was the Ember Moon's eclipse of its time. I was like, we're never gonna get a more athletic move than that right there. That's a 90s kid growing up right there. No one's gonna be more athletic than Buff Bagwell.
Yeah, but the match was okay. How did you feel about it?
I thought it was okay. MSK, I think, are probably at this point the favorites to win this thing. I don't know size. I would like for them the Grizzly Young Veterans to be the finals in the bracket, but I don't even think it works that way.
Okay.
I don't think it was.
So Pete Dunne drops off the Britain Brawlers like as if he was an Uber driver.
As if he was Trent's mom. Like I was shocked that he didn't get out the car. Like I was like, oh, he hasn't got out the car. I'm doing he's setting up shit while Danny Burke's talking shit, or he's like parking it, putting it in parking. He's gonna leave for somebody. No, they walked in and he just was like, I'm gonna go get parking. It's a really bad thing for parking. We should have got here earlier. We should have got here earlier, guys. It's really bad for parking.
See, I still have a problem with this. Like I know it's wrestling, but like.
Yes.
If you went to any other job, you'd be fine for turning up late.
Not when you're not scheduled. They had no reason. Oh wait, what? No, they were booked. They had a match. Yeah, they're just late. Like they had no reason to be late. They show up in their underwear and t-shirts. It's not like they were in jeans or anything.
It's just for me, it just doesn't make sense. Like you would get in trouble. Like in any other job, you would get written up for being late.
I think any promoter would be sweating. Like Regal should have been outside. Where are you? I was worried I had to change the main event. We told you we'd be here, didn't we? No, what the fuck? No, seriously. You gotta check in at least an hour before so we know we don't have to change the main event. For all you know, I could have put Raquel, González, and Aliyah in the main event and we'd be stuck with that.
So, you may have to help me out with this. I have no idea what Kurt Stallion was saying in that promo.
I'm Kurt Stallion. He said, I'm Kurt Stallion. If you want to see a knockoff Hangman Page, look at me. I don't know. I honestly don't know what he was talking about, Manny. I don't remember the conversation. I remember the sit down, and I'm going like, I don't fucking care about Kurt Stallion enough for a sit down. Why? McKinney's like, you asked me one question, McKenzie, or something, right? And I was like, I don't care, Kurt. I don't care. You're Kurt Stallion. Oh, good. I thought I got logged out because I got a random phone call that appeared on my computer. It says spam risk.
So we now move into Raquel González, Dakota Kai versus Jessi Kamea and Aliyah. I miss the Robert Stone brand.
I do.
Like Aliyah's been missing in action for ages.
Do you miss Aliyah or do you miss the Robert Stone brand in general? The team.
I miss the Robert Stone brand because I'm on record of saying I believe Aliyah should have been fired.
She's only 24, Manny. She's only 24. She's learning.
but look at Toni Storm. She's about the same age.
Toni Storm's not 24, is she?
I think she is.
I'm going to declare Toni Storm maybe 30.
Toni Storm is not 30.
I'm going to say she's 30.
How much you want to bet on that?
I want my $20 back. No. I'm going to do nothing to that.
Okay.
She's probably 27.
She's 25.
Fuck, damn.
You now owe me 40.
No, God, no. I didn't. We didn't shake on it or eat. No, I assumed. Oh, God.
Yeah. So, but like, she's improved. But like, they should be featured on the show more. Like,
yeah.
If you haven't got Cameron Grimes, I need Robert Stone and Aliyah as comedy relief.
Where is Cameron Grimes? Like, it seems like there was no spot for Cameron Grimes in this Dusty Classic.
Yeah,
he must be hurt. He has to be hurt.
I think he's hurt. But Aliyah took a beating in this match.
Yeah. Now the real question is: do you think that WWE officials in the back think that Aliyah's a better wrestler than Jessi Kamea? Because Aliyah featured took most of the time in this match, and I've never seen Aliyah featured more in a match this much.
Well, I think out of the two, I think Aliyah is probably the more seasoned one out of the two of them. Do you know what I was watching? Actually, do you know what I was watching yesterday? Whilst I wasn't necessarily watching it completely. I didn't have my full attention to it.
Okay, Manny, whatever. Okay, you're watching Total Divas. I get it.
No, it was this 5-hour video on the WWE Network, which was the 2019 NXT Combine. The most weirdest thing I've ever seen before. It was like medicine ball tossing, who could jump the furthest.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, this is great.
Manny, I think we should do our own combine video. Who could talk the longest? Who could sit the longest?
So you would win all of that.
I'm just saying, whose head gets shiniest?
I would win that.
Oh, no, I don't know. I feel like my hair is naturally shiny. I don't know. There has to be a bald man competition, right? When you just go look at it. That's a good bald head right there. That is a good one. Oh, look at those head. Look at those muscles. Look at those muscles that he's turning up. I'm just saying, there has to be.
So they interview the Way backstage. Johnny now thinks Kushida's name is a curse, as he refuses to hear that name.
Why do they call him Kushida?
Kushida. Yeah, that would be good. And then it was Tyler Rust versus someone.
Yeah, I never got the dude's name.
He didn't even get a name bar. That's the worst thing about it.
And I'm going to tell you this, Manny. I care more about that guy who had no name than I cared about Mr. Russ here. I did. I was like, this guy is nothing. He's nothing to me. But I don't think I care about Tyler Russ.
But you know what? There were some unnecessary transitions to get to his submission hold. And then the end of it, you had Bivens and him take a selfie of the man, which I thought was utter disrespect.
I feel like they're sprinkling this, I want to say, I guess, newer talent on the show with, Stallion and Russ. And I'm not interested, I don't think, in either one of the two.
Well, I think Stallion was only on the show to get you interested in watching 205 Live.
Yeah, but I think he was only on the show because he got this title shot, and that they decided they didn't want to do it anymore. Like in the middle of the show, like I felt like it was like, do we really want to do this today?
So, it was the Grizzled Young Veterans versus Kushida and Leon Ruff.
Yes,
really enjoyed this match. The stars meshed really well. Leon Ruff continues to look good. The slow rise of Kushida. The slow booking of Kushida continues, while TYV regaining the lost momentum which they had from last year's tournament and then being put on hold due to COVID. The Way then take out Kushida and Leon Ruff at the end of the match, and then Dexter Lumis looks like he has his sight on the Way.
The few things I like I like doing out the night of the Dusty Classic that they would put the brackets after somebody will win. I don't know, it's very Mortal Kombat that the wrestlers would look at it and be like, yeah! Like they didn't know they won or something. I don't know. But it was official. But I really enjoyed this match. And the Grizzly Young Veterans are entertaining as hell. And I thought this was just really solid. My favorite spot of the match, and I think I've seen it before, but I thought the way they bounced back. He threw him into the corner, and he just bounced off his partner, basically, instead of the turnbuckle.
Yeah, but he always does that, and I don't understand that thing because it doesn't save you because it still hurts running into another man.
not that man. He has a tubby stomach. I don't know. I feel like it would work better with a fat person.
Yeah,
like if Killian, Dain, and Drake Maverick were to do that, I feel like Drake would still die. But it'd be funny to run to like Bronson Reed's stomach and be like, boom.
No, I would enjoy if Killian Dain ran into say. Maverick on that top rope, and then Maverick could fly.
But solid match.
Yeah, and then Kurt Stallion is attacked in the back, claims that Legado got him.
Snitching. What happened? Legado.
So Regal walks into their locker room and states that next week he will defend his title. And if Kurt Stallion gets hurt again, there will be consequences. Ooh. Then Santos Escobar finds a tarot card, which means Santos versus Carrion in the future.
I think it's because of the shit he was talking last week about Karrion Kross, you're a nobody. I'm assuming we're getting at a takeover, to be honest. It
might be. It could be. It could be the match that brings Karrion Kross out of this funk he's currently in.
Yeah, like I feel like it gives. Like I think Escobar can make him look good. He's undersized and he can throw him around a bit, and He has a lot of energy, and I think it'd be a really good match. I did enjoy this segment though. Them laughing at Rico being all hell and hot, and fire in the back. What did you do? You take away my match? And they're like, nah, it wasn't us. And then we leave. They're like, that nigga mine. we won the week off anyway. I was out drinking all night.
So what I believed was the MVP of NXT this evening. Toni Storm comes out on the mic, says she wants to hurt and ruin Io Shirai after she took away her chance of being the first to win the Women's Dusty Cup.
Yes. She had a motivation.
Yeah.
Toni had dreams.
She believed it was Toni time.
Yes.
Io comes out, tells Toni that she will fight her anyway, and she has already made it real. And tells Toni she doesn't like her. And then after a little scrap, which Io gets the better of, Mercedes comes out and attacks Io from behind. As Mercedes and Toni fight over the title, Io gets the better of the situation, looks to go for a moonsault. Toni pulls out Mercedes out of the ring, drives her into the ring apron, and then what follows is Io gets killed by that ass numerous times.
Yeah. Death by Snoo. What a way to go. That ass was killing her.
Or as the YouTuber Chunks in the UK, she got killed by the bunda.
Yes. Because he repeatedly did it, and I was like, there's worse ways to die. So, triple threat match, huh?
Probably. And then probably Mercedes will take the fall.
Yeah. You got Io retaining?
Probably. I can see why they would want to put the title on Toni, but like she hasn't done much in NXT yet. She's got all the accolades where you could give it to her, but I don't think so.
I'm going to say this right now. Io's in the Rumble. I don't even think that's a surprise. I feel like Io is in the Rumble.
Speaking of that, so that was the topic, and I don't think anyone else actually answered that question except Montez Red Cup.
Oh.
I think Brie Larson, aka Captain Marvel.
That would be a moment. That would be a moment going like, oh shit. And you gotta have her eliminate at least one person.
Well, she's now doing yoga or whatever it was with.
I don't know what they're doing. I don't even know how this came about. As I said in the post meeting, Manny, they're boinking. They're boinking, and I don't know how to explain it. But that's my inside source telling me they're boinking. There's no reason why this should be happening. There's no reason. I don't even know why the two were connected. How do they even know each other? And yet, it was her getting instructions from Tegan, who I believe to be legally dead with her allergic knees.
The originator of the allergic knees.
Yeah, severe case of allergic knees.
Well, to be honest, Bret Hart, Steve Austin, all sufferers of allergic knees.
But none worse than Tegan. She has it the worst. Severe case.
So your boy, Swerve Scott, is playing the victim in the back. I think he was
playing the race card.
He was playing the race card. I was trying to avoid saying it, but he definitely did. And then
played the race card from Wish. He didn't want to say what it was, but I was like, "It's because you black, man. It's because you black." I know, Swerve. I know.
And then he asked Mackenzie, who I learned is actually dating Vic Joseph.
What?
Yeah,
didn't know that.
To point a finger at him and then asks how many fingers are pointing back at her.
I was none. I answered this. I treated it like Sesame Street or Blue's Clues. It was none. He had his hands behind his back, ready to go to jail. Oh, I hope they go Swerve Squad BLM member on the show and play the black card every single week until he gets what's justice, or he gets caught up and joins the Hurt Business. It could be him and Cedric becoming the youth of the Hurt Business.
No, I don't want Swerve in the business.
I feel like it'll work. You put him in a suit. You get that Tatanka out of his hair. and he'd be okay.
No. So I did remember that really old. It's not really old, but when NWO resurfaced in on WWE, and then Shawn Michaels, and they played that "Who Does Not Belong" in the most racist segment ever.
Yeah.
But if you lined him up with the Hurt Business, and you looked at all of them, you would see Swerve Scott does not belong.
Come on! I feel like he would belong there. MVP can make him look good. MVP will make him look and sound good.
MVP better get that red streak out of his hair.
Yeah, that'll be number one. I tell you, you gotta get the Tatanka out of his hair, and he'll be okay. MVP would kill. He'd be like, get the Tatanka out your hair, make it gold. Hurt Business, and you're in.
So we get Swerve Scott versus Bronson Reed. Reed once again puts away Scott in another decent match of the night.
Yep. It was really good. It was nice to change up from getting a million tag matches from both shows.
I was really tagged out, and I watched NXT first this week, and I was tagged out. I was like, I'm done with tag team matches.
God, I can't take another one. Manny, I'm going to tag you in a post just because you're so tagged out.
No!
We can't take it anymore. No! I can't take another tag.
So they aired an Imperium video package, which I thought was pretty dope. However, it will lead to nothing if Walter's not involved.
I believe this is they're bringing it full. They were teasing Walter's coming to America. I think that's what the tease was.
And then I still want Thatcher in that group. He needs to be in that group. He was originally in the group. They need to chuck out someone. Wolf, get out.
Why Wolf? Wolf seems to be putting the band back together.
And then I forgot to mention also early in the night, it was like almost like the weird explanation of why Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa are actually teaming together.
He beat the shit out of me, and now I love him.
The fight pit changes people.
If the fight pit and the Fiend are, imagine the Fiend in the fight pit. Oh, how many ways you would change? like oh no, fight the Fiend, but in the fight pit, oh shit. You know, Riddle challenged Bobby Lashley in the fight pit.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was this on Twitter?
This is on Twitter. It's not canon. It's not canon.
Nothing's ever gonna happen from it.
Yeah. And then Lashley, I think, responded, so this can happen, and then showed a video of Riddle being choked out in the octagon.
Nice.
But it would be good. You could tackle Bobby's old MMA days. It would be nice. I think that would be a good fight pit match. And it would make them it would make their feud, it'll do something for them. Because nothing's really going on with them other than Riddle loses to the full Nelson.
Yep. And then the final match is Kyle O'Reilly. Ooh. Finn Balor versus Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. An alright tag match, but at this point, so many tag matches. Pete Dunne helps out the Britain Brawlers after the match. However, it took way too long for Adam Cole and Roderick Strong to come out.
It was great. It was so great. It was terrible and great at the same time because I laughed my ass off. This is me dead tired, watching this show and seeing them slowly walk to the ring. And I was like, just fucking break his arm. And then he does it, and I go, that's what you get. That's what you get. I can't believe you did that. I can't believe y'all.
Why did it take so long?
Who doesn't run to the ring, really? Were they not sure about, should we say Finn? I don't know. By the way, but of a night of tag matches, I thought this may have been the best tag match. I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah, I think it was one of the better ones. There was one on AEW that was pretty solid. Actually, no way, that was a spot fest. Maybe not.
The 8-man tag you're talking about.
Yeah, spot fest.
I thought this had the aggression of a real match. It had really no stakes to it, really. And what did you think of the end of the Undisputed Club standing together and then Finn Balor going, hey, this is awkward? I did not mean for this to happen.
Yeah, it was a bit awkward. But
wait,
does that mean Finn's undisputed? I don't know.
I think this is where they're going with it. I think it's going to be Imperium versus Finn Balor and the new Undisputed Era, which is only just basically adding him. But and they change it up that way, and Walter comes down for that.
If I finally get Finn versus Walter after a year of waiting for it,
I think that's what we're leading to.
I will be very happy.
I think that's what we're leading to. And I think that'd be great.
That was the last wrestling show I ever watched live with Finn calling him out. And that was like February last year.
I think Phil Balor's doing some of the best work of his career in the ring wise. And I think him and Walter in a match, I think will be match of the year. I think
that will, it definitely will totally eclipse what Kyle O'Reilly and Finn have done already.
Yeah.
Because if you want a match where people are going to kill each other and hit each other hard, that is that.
Yeah. Finn's going to be like, hit me, motherfucker. I literally can see just them destroy the shit out of each other, and it would be amazing.
I think I kind of want to watch that match in slow motion after I've watched it properly. Just so you can see all the things where Walter's hand has gone into him.
I feel like that would be a match we will have to sit down and do one of our reviews on, and I don't think there's any complaints in there. I think Eric would even find a way to not complain about something.
I think after last year's Royal Rumble match, we might have to review the Royal Rumble match.
The Royal Rumble was terrific last year. This is going to only be a letdown. I love the Royal Rumble, but it can only be a letdown. Last year had so much energy and hype, and it was all the people and cheering, and you had Brock Lesnar running the gauntlet, and all the people he was staring down, and Drew eliminating him, and Ricochet having the last time he was seen alive in there. It's just so much happened. And
if you need a laugh, go watch on the WWE Network the Royal Rumble watch along with everyone watching the men's and women's Royal Rumble last year. Listen to Samoa Joe's comments through it. Hilarious.
Yeah?
Samoa Joe is really funny during it.
Good times.
I don't think
Night Wars, man.
The Wednesday Night Wars was good this week.
Yes.
Like, it was a bit average last week.
Yeah.
Like, AEW was trash last week. And then NXT kind of phoned it in.
Yeah, it just seemed like they were just like, it is what it is.
This week, I feel like NXT stepped it up a little bit. Not fully, just a little bit. And then AEW improved. And, I didn't... Other than the Cody segment, I can't honestly go, do you know what? I hated everything about it.
Yeah. Cody was the big I hate of the show. I wasn't a fan of the Sting Darby promo either. But
because I found it funny. I was able to find fun out of it. That was the main thing. Is if you're able to find some fun out of it, it's not going to be that bad of a show.
Because I didn't realize calling Sting a hoodlum would be so dangerous. You're a hoodlum.
Yeah.
How dare you? My mama was a hoodlum. But we need to enjoy these because it's not going to be, we got this is probably the last year of the Wednesday Night Wars. Because NXT will be doing whatever they're doing on Peacock, and it's not going to be the same. And, just I'm soaking it in. I soaked it in this week, going like, this is still a great day. It's still better than Raw. It's the greatest Raw cleanser of all time.
Yeah, the Raw wasn't as bad looking back at it.
Traditionally, Raw is bad, though.
Yeah, but I feel like this week, it's on par with AEW this week.
Yeah. I'm going to say this, and Raw may have been a bit lower than AEW. I feel like Raw dragged into the last hour.
Possibly, yeah.
And by the way, I know how we had the Nia Jax counter without incident and whatnot. And she's back
telling people to go fuck themselves is the most funniest thing ever.
It's terrific. I love it. Nia Jax might be the best heel in wrestling because she's generally hated by everybody. But I think we need to start a new counter, and I think it's been going on a while. We haven't had an NXT incident in the parking lot in a long time. They were seriously doing parking lot attacks every single week, and they have not had one in a long time. I mean, Legado is now legit. They've incorporated their inside.
I don't understand why we haven't made a shirt that says "I survived the NXT parking lot."
No, they have one. They have that shirt. They have an NXT parking lot dangerous shirt or whatever. Eric was like, "This is an amazing shirt," and I was like, "I can't believe it. I'm not paying $26 for it," but and I probably should. Of all the shirts I have, this is actually a cool shirt.
So that was the end of the show. Let us know in the comments what you think. Make sure you check out the Buzzin' Cousin podcast later this evening at 7 p.m. Central.
Central. You're right. You got it. Get your American
Live
time zones right.
Live on Facebook. All the links are in the description below. It's on the Buzzin' Cousins and the B-Side Studios Facebook pages. As mentioned, the links are in the description. What else have we got?
Storefrontier.com/DSPN, and make sure you tune into the Saturday show. Just tune in. All types of stuff is gonna happen on that show. All types.
Yeah, stuff like this. Stuff like this.
You mean homoerotic imagery? That's pretty much what's going on here. Just over-sexualized men. That's what you just showed.
Well, Marcus, we are free men talking about men.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Our entire YouTube channel is dedicated to sweaty men in their underwear rubbing on each other and talking about if we like it or not.
We talk about big men bumping me.
And Billy Kay.
What are you trying to say? These big men bumping on Billy Kay?
No. The men are bumping on the men. Billy Kay is just there featured. It's featuring Billy Kay. Oh. And occasionally you get some shit like this. This is a bad weekend of wrestling.
You know, I do miss actually hosting the Saturday show because I'm not in control of the weird graphics we can put up.
What is Eric gonna make his own thumbnail this week? This should be the thumbnail for the week for no reason. Billy Kay thumbnail.
We should Photoshop ourselves in that photo with like, yes, we did it.
Yeah, I know. Victory. I'm meaning to get around to Photoshopping us at an announce table celebrating that, but you know. Lazy.
I feel like you've gotten good at Photoshop that you could probably do a better one of this picture now.
Maybe. But nah, you know, it takes effort. Yeah, I got black and Michael Cole hands.
You did it. You did it on Roman for Eric's picture.
Well, Roman isn't that. He's already kind of dark. Not yeah, I know.
And that's the show. Have a good evening, whatever you're doing. Peace.
Good night. Good morning. Enjoy your breakfast. Listen to us. Have us this background movie coming soon. We're building a desk and some chairs.
The Sharpshooter's desk chat.
It's gonna be live too.
It'd just be me building a desk and Eric commenting over it.
Honestly, I think a great show would be us building a desk, all three of us, but who can build the desk the fastest?
Oh no, the way I want to build my desk would take me forever.
And the way I build a desk, it takes forever because I have no idea what I'm doing.
And on that note, we've given you some glimpses into the thought process of what happens on this show. Peace.